everyone, this is Kristen with Living Able. It is Tuesday on the channel, which means it is hashtag askawheelchairuser. Today's question comes from Carl Malkoff. Hopefully I'm saying your last name right. His question is, were you expected to do things for yourself as a kid, or were you self-motivated? I was very much expected to do things for myself. There was very little self-motivation, but it was expected. If I wanted my allowance, if I wanted to go outside and do anything, call on the phone, it was expected that I was going to do things for myself. Like most people, I had an allowance, and the way that my parents did it was that they had a board that had all of our chores listed out, and then it would have the amount of the chore. So we had the choice of which chores that we decided to do, and then you would add up the amount of the chore, and at the end of the week, that's how much money you got. It typically added up to like $5 a person between my sister and myself, but it allowed us to make the choice, but also be contributing family members to the family. So yes, we very much had to do that. I had to dress myself and get ready for school, and I even had to wheel to school when I lived in a zone that was a walk zone. That's what I did, and honestly, I was perfectly fine with that. I wanted to be treated as normal as the rest of the kids, and I give credit to that to my family who did treat me just like any other kid. So I'm very thankful for that. So I walked to school. Even on rainy days, cold days, it didn't matter. That's what I did. This really helped me for later on in my schooling and high school when I wanted to do high school sports. I was volleyball, basketball, and softball manager. That's as sporty as I wanted to get, but I wanted to be a part of something. And so that gave me the self-motivation to say, hey, I want to do this. And that made me have to get good grades. In order to be on these teams, you had to make certain grades. So at that point, once I was in high school, I was probably a self-motivator. But definitely not as a kid. Not as a kid. I was motivated by my allowance. I was motivated by praise. I'm still motivated by praise. And that kind of thing. And so that's how it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have another question that you want me to answer about being in a wheelchair or living life with mobility impairment, leave it in the comments down below. Don't forget, I'll be back on Friday with my update to my goal for the month, and then on Tuesday where I do my tutorials on how to do something from a wheelchair. So we hope that if you're not subscribed, that you will subscribe, and if you are, I hope that you will share these videos. Have a great day. A mobility